like to welcome you all to the Solidarity for Justice Award ceremony. Climate Action Network Solidarity for Justice Award is a special recognition given at COP to demonstrate solidarity.
No, he's part of the sorry.
Country, people, or communities suffering under oppression and gross human rights violations. This week's award is presented in recognition of the people of Sudan, in recognition of their extraordinary courage, resilience, and unyielding commitment to justice in the face of unbearable suffering. I would like to invite all of us to take a minute of silence, not just to be silent, but to stand in solidarity in honor of the lives that have been lost in Sudan, and to hold space for those who've been displaced in suffering in Sudan, and to be affirm our commitment to human rights, peace, and justice. I would like to thank you so much. I hope that silence will be a symbol of us not remaining silent in the face of injustice, but it's a reminder that we all have to take action wherever there is injustice. I would like to invite Fatima and any other African and those standing in solidarity with the people of Sudan to come here to receive the award. I'd like now to invite Fatima to say
Guys, thank you very much. And I think we all noticed that we've not seen many Sudanese here. I and the people of Sudan are definitely affected by the war that is happening in that country. We know as a result of that, we've written emails in WhatsApp groups, in pages, signals, and everywhere to look for Sudanese. We cannot see them. Why? Because they do not have the means to fly as we had the privilege of flying here. They do not have maybe money to in fact have accommodation to live with us here. So that is still alarming to us as Africans, and we are standing in solidarity with the people of Sudan to ensure that their rights are being respected, to ensure that the genocide that is happening is ends now. And we call on each and every one of us in our organizations, in our events, and everywhere that we are, to make sure that we ensure that the people of Sudan's rights are respected. We call on the UN, we call on the AU, and every other party who is here to ensure that we respect the rights and the rights of the people of Sudan. And we thank you all for coming to solidarity, and we wish you all the best. Thanks.
Let me just say something else. Let's not forget that this is not a conflict that is just in between people of Sudan. This conflict is incited by countries from outside, countries who have interest in getting the country's resources, getting Sudanese resources for nothing. Because if this country is not strong enough, then the resources can be taken very quickly. I don't think I can name the countries, but you can maybe already know which are the countries are in the country. So please not forget this.
Hello, my name is Cheryl Pong, and I represent. Thank you. My name is Cheryl Pong, and I represent the Global Afro-Descendant Climate Justice Collaborative, a collaborative that is fighting to recognize Afro-descendants as a recognized caucus, much like women, indigenous people, youth, trade, knowing that we are at the crux of the climate crisis. We stand in complete and total solidarity with Sudan, understanding the fact that the genocide that is happening is a climate crisis, and it is a result of climate colonialism that they are facing the brutal and horrible and horrific deaths and situations and instances that they're facing in their country. There are so many things. People oftentimes think that conflicts are a one issue thing, but conflicts encompass everything. Women, children, emissions from pollution, from gunpowder, the ability to be able to access healthcare, children, migration, all of it is all connected and it's tied, and it's encompassing of everything. So as we are here at the United Nations Forum on Climate Change, we have to understand that this is a climate crisis, and it is our opportunity. We have an opportunity here to stand and to look at the leaders who are in these halls. Nobody should be able to eat lunch comfortably. Nobody should be able to sit around and walk these halls when people are dying, and we understand the fact that all of our struggles are completely linked. When one of us is free, we are all free. So end the conflict today. Thank you. Thank you so much. My name is Ismail, and I just want to say it is absolutely vital and important that we do not stop speaking about the genocide that is happening in Sudan. It is very heartbreaking that every day on social media and in some of our movement networks, comrades in Sudan are begging us daily not to forget about them. Comrades in Sudan are begging us daily to make the connection between our various struggles for gender justice, for land justice, for environmental and climate justice, to connect to what is happening to the people of Sudan. So as we commit as advocates for a better world, we need to have an uncompromising vision that in all our movements, no matter how we enter the conversations to fight for a better world, we commit to ending genocide everywhere where it takes place.
made across civilization has happened outside of the will of the masses. And the masses, we know, are always on the side of justice. So wherever we may be, may we commit and rededicate ourselves to movements that fight for an ending of war and peace and demilitarization. There can be no climate justice on occupied lands, on genocided lands, and we must stand on this truth. As we are here in these walls fighting for climate justice across negotiation streams, may we lift up the calls of feminist movements to connect militarization with climate justice. Yes, in these walls we talk about emissions reduction, and we make our arguments in that way, but people who are dying as a result of war are more than just our data and statistics. This is about human beings, women, men, and children who are innocent victims at the altar of global corporate greed. And so, as Africans in particular, may we keep mobilizing and putting pressure on institutions that are on the continent meant to advance Africa's interests, such as the AU and other regional bodies. It cannot be that the people of Sudan must be begging on social media for the attention and the platform to uplift their struggles. It cannot be that the UN, which was founded under a guise of never again, keeps having again and again. And so if the UN is no longer fit for purpose, we the people, we the masses, must remind ourselves of what victories we have won across history as a result of our unity and advocacy. May we stand with Sudan, not just offering prayers, but practical support and solidarity that puts pressure on our government, especially those of us from countries who are participating and benefiting from this genocide. We need to act harder than before to ensure that the plight of the Sudanese does not follow deaf ears, and to make sure that when we speak about Sudan, we are speaking about Palestine. When we speak about Palestine, we are speaking about Congo, and everywhere else where war is being used to genocide communities at the altar of profit. We free Palestine, we free Sudan, we free Congo, we free Tigray. Everywhere else where conflict and violence is happening, we fight, and we do not hide behind words like there's a conflict. There's no conflict where there's a clear power-wielding actor. It is a genocide, it is a war, and they are aggressors and they are victims. Then we stand with them all. Free Sudan today and always.
Without human rights. There cannot be climate justice without peace. There cannot be climate justice without people of Sudan having a place to live. Without the people of Sudan having food to eat. The resources they have is their own resources. They should be able to enjoy those resources. Comrades power! Comrades power! As we conclude this award ceremony for the Solidarity for Justice Award, allow me to read this statement. The war in Sudan is not a civil conflict. It is a struggle driven by vested interests, by forces fighting for power and land at the expense of human lives and dignity. The people of Sudan have lost vast areas of lands and ecosystems, stripping away livelihoods and threatening the health and nutrition of women and children. Across the country, communities, activists, and organizations persist in defending human rights, protecting the environment, and keeping the flame of climate and social justice alive despite violence, displacement, and loss. Amid war and humanitarian catastrophe, the Sudanese people continue to embody the values at the heart of our movement: solidarity, justice, and hope. Their steadfastness reminds the world that even in the darkest times, collective strength can light the path towards peace in the new world. CAN International stands behind the call made by CAN Africa on the United Nations, the United Security Council, the African Union, and all international actors to work with all sides of the conflict to end the war, protect civilians, and restore peace, dignity, and livelihoods to millions who have lost homes, farms, and loved ones. In solidarity, we stand with the people of Sudan. Their struggle is our shared call for justice. I thank you.
And you turn it off.
Full fossil, make sure we see the ground. Yeah. Doing brilliant work.